How would you feel about living in a home that has its very own park? Well, that's pretty much what we have for you today. And we're in Curtin, no less, number 3 Gillies Street here in Curtin. I have Holly from Home by Holly to take us through this stunning property. How are you?
I'm really well, thanks, Cam.
Thank you for having us here. This is an older home that has had so much love over the years. Where do we start?
Well, firstly, I don't think you feel that it's like an old home when you drive up to the front of it. It has an amazing front facade and it's really stately. It's elevated from the street and it's beautiful.
It absolutely is, and it's got a beautifully kept lawn as well. I'm a big lawn fan. That's the first thing that I sort of noticed when we walked through. So when we come inside, I mean, the light-filled rooms, that's obvious straight away. What else do we see?
Look, that's right. I think that's what really speaks to me about this home as you walk in and you can see the light that's pouring in behind us and it is overlooking this beautiful parkland adjoining the property. So there's a real sense of space. You can't necessarily see very many of your neighbours and so you have a really private family home with lots of dimensions.
Michelle from Region Media, she gets a mention right here. She films everything and she wandered through. She came to me and said, the rooms here are just enormous, and they are.
That's because it's privately built. You know, those homes that were built in the 60s, for example, they've got the beautiful ornate cornices, you've got large windows, the dimensions are generous, double brick. So all of those really great features and attributes that come into those homes of that era.
Speaking to the vendor also before we started recording, the energy rating of this older home that is beautifully done is 5.5. And so you put a bit of a question mark over that, but it's definitely there. And that is through all the work that has been done over the years.
Exactly. And I absolutely love that because we're real fans of how to rejuvenate and keep properties and certainly the insulation, the double glazing, it's been rendered, you know, all the updates that have brought it into a modern amenity, a tribute to that.
One of the really cool features about this place, it has an approved self-contained unit downstairs. And again, speaking to the vendor, I know in the early years, they had someone in there renting and then teenage kids. And it's almost its own little home down there in itself, isn't it?
We've got a lot of feedback about that. And I think the key word you just said then was approved.
Yes.
And so that flat can be rented out. There is income that can be generated from it. And when you're trying to buy a home, and particularly you're trying to buy a home in a sought-after area like Curtin, getting income from that part of the home to start with is a way to achieve that. But the diversity of the footprint, the floor plan, multi-generational living that we have now, you do end up with a teenager that you would really like to put downstairs. You have options.
Yes, I think I said we push my one in there, just lock the door and that's it. So, and then beautifully it sort of opens out onto a beautiful yard area. Again, we saw photos of when trees were just planted that are now huge. I mean, there's quite a bit of emotion in this sale.
I think there is, and that's what it's always speaks to us at Home by Holly. There is a family connection here. The family have lived here for nearly 20 years. They've created this beautiful space, and so that speaks a lot to the suburb and the streetscape and the neighbourhood, and I absolutely adore that these older established suburbs of Canberra are being rejuvenated. You do have homes like this that have been beautifully renovated, but also a whole lot of new builds and new construction going on around as well. So like Curtin's really elevated.
I know you grew up in the area, but can I talk about Curtin? Because I just love this place. Is that okay? All right. Of course, the great Curtin shops. We know we got Paul over at Prohibition, Cafe 29, arguably the best barmy in Canberra. We got the Statesman Hotel as well, the Chemist, the Coles. It's within the school intake area, which is also sought after. This is a great part of Canberra, isn't it?
It's fantastic. And I must admit, the Statesman does not look like it did 30 years ago. But it is fantastic that it's still here and it's still such a strong part of the community. I think the other thing too, you've got Club Lime, so you've got that. If you've got a multi-gym pass, you can come across and use the gym here as well. So it's a absolutely, thriving local shops and it continues to grow.
Finally, what do you love about this place?
I love that it's just sitting I love homes that you can overlook parkland and you can see out to the beautiful trees and to the street and watch the traffic go by and still see the kids in the backyard. So I think I really love that connectivity to the outdoors and the space.
Yeah, and that has got this in spades, right? Okay, how and when are we selling?
And one more thing I love about it.
There's more.
I forgot to say.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know the old Canberra 15-minute rule, and you used to be able to get anywhere in 15 minutes. And I think Curtin is still going to ring true, even though Canberra's grown so much. You can get onto the arterial roads and just go in every direction, and you'll be there in 15 minutes. So there you go.
All right. Well, it's only going to take you 15 minutes to get to the auction, right?
Exactly.
It doesn't matter where you are.
Friday the 5th at 5:30 here on site. So next Friday night.
Okay, that is close. You've got to get everything together and come and have a look at this beautiful place. Holly, thanks for joining us once again.
Thanks, Cam. Thanks for having me.
Beautiful. Number 3, Gillies Street, right here in Curtin. Come and have a look.